On September 7, 2024, just 3 days before the big debate between Kamala Harris and Donald Trump, something really strange happened where a collective tried to manipulate and fix the bet between those two political candidates of who will win the election, unlocking few millions of dollars to be able to move the market in the way they want. And this is really concerning because the data they were trying to change were the one from PolyMarket, which is the biggest platform decentralized to bet on the election and different type of sport. But where this create an issue is that as well, PolyMarket is the one used as a data source for CNN, for example, because this is the biggest and probably the most efficient prediction market in the world. So how did they do it? Why did they do it? Well, this is exactly what we will see in this video. Because PolyMarket is not your classic betting platform. You can bet on pretty much everything, even the Fed interest rates, for example. And you will see what is the real sentiment of the market. What are the people thinking? But where it goes further, because it's on the blockchain, we can see all the transactions. So for example, I can know that Goat God, this one, he bought 29 yes for a 50 plus BPS decrease at 35 cents. So he spent $10. I can see all those transactions. And what I will try to find is, for example, people who are buying a lot. For example, this profile here. And I can know that this profile traded for a volume of $2.5 million, took almost 2,000 trades, and made a profit of $6,900, which is pretty good. Normally, most of the people betting, they're losing money. And this is where it becomes really interesting because each transaction is recorded on the blockchain. So the blockchain is an open ledger. Everyone can see all the transactions, and we can know who made money, who lost money in betting or in trading. Oh yeah, by the way, welcome to Hands Up Finance. And this is what we do here. So don't forget to pour down your little matcha. For me, it's just water today. And we're going to dig in what happened here. As you can see, I have all the transactions. I can see what happened. And on the 7th of September, thanks to Dempster DAO for finding this, millions were moved to try to make Trump being the loser and Kamala the winner. So at 12:48 p.m. EST, the manipulators, they started to buy Kamala yes votes and Trump no votes. For example, here, I could buy some yes or I could buy some no. Same for Kamala, could buy some yes or no. And it's pretty tight between those two. What I find interesting is that here we have the forecast. So when you see that Biden was going down, there's the switch directly to Harris, and then she went straight up, touching Trump here. So there's not a real leader in the election so far if we follow the statistic from PolyMarket. And there's almost $1 billion in it. So trust me, this is not just a little bet on the side with friends. This is really serious things. So their goal was to manipulate the presidential election winner market. The derivative market is who would be favorite on Friday, because this is the main bet, right? And all the derivative are those one. Trending market. Will there be another debate? Will Kamala Harris win all the swing states? Like all those are derivative. So you can bet on those, and it's kind of having a leverage. It's like those bets, but on steroids. So at 12:49 p.m. EST, the manipulators buy up Kamala derivative shares, sending it from the odds of around 2% to over 20%. That's a massive manipulation, as you can see. It changed the price drastically. And surprisingly, we don't know if it's the same person or group, but we know that they withdrew $9 million USDC from Coinbase to buy Kamala yes and Trump no and chip Kamala derivative shares. And then the attempt was to profit from derivative shares by manipulating the election winner market from 12 to 3 p.m. EST. And one of the examples is DJT holders who spent over $2.5 million USDC to buy Kamala yes. USDC is equal to $1 and Trump no derivative. This is a crazy amount. And let's check actually the profile. It's this person, DJT holders. Volume traded more than $12 million. Profit here, $125,000 and position value, $82K. I can actually see all his positions. I know what he's betting on. He's betting on Kamala Harris win the 2024 election. Yes. Biden finishes term. Yes. and which party wins 2024 election, Democratic. So he's betting on all that, and also on if America will buy Zine or not, which is making $30 here, $83, $5,600, and almost $3,000. Now I could check his activity and monitor that. It's actually trading quite a lot in between the trade because he's buying and selling the yes. Now, I don't know about you, but if someone unlocked $2.5 million and with a group, they put $9 million, there's probably something they know that I don't know and I should know. If you pay attention, actually, there was 2 million USD that also were used by PolyMarket. So this guy was buying cheap derivative shares and buying a lot of them. We have this guy as well, Treadmill. All those profiles, you can find them. And look at that. The position values almost $1 million. Made 150K. So there is a lot of money to be made in this. And they knew something was up. This guy made 20K and have a position value of 35K. However, too bad for them, the attempt failed to hold. So if you saw that, you could have just used this manipulation attempt and you could have used the opportunity to buy artificially deflated Trump shares in the election winner market and optionally traded in the derivative market based on whether or not they expected the manipulation to succeed. So you could have said, all right, I don't think they're going to manage to win it, so I'm going to bet against them. For example, if I was to buy some Kamala Harris shares, it would be $100. I buy at an average price of 50.4. Every time you buy a share on PolyMarket is equal to $1. So here we are buying 50 cents worth per share, and we have actually a chance, one chance out of two. Like it's really, really tight between those two. That's why I think like if you're interested into betting, let me know in the comments because I don't do betting, but I do on-chain analysis. If I can find somewhere where, for example, there is a difference between what this market is thinking and what's happening really, and I can find some movement of whales who are like literally deploying millions into making a bet, winning or losing, then I will do more research. Let me know in the comments. What do you think about it? Should this be legal? Should they get someone following them? I don't know. But I know some people that managed to find this and to profit from it. So there's definitely money to be made. Now, the thing is, I don't think this is going to replace meme coins, but I think PolyMarket is going to become more and more the number one platform for betting because it's on the blockchain. Everyone can see everything. And also everyone around the world pretty much can bet on it. That's why you should really pay attention because if the big media are using this as a source of information, why don't you be a step ahead? And for that, I recommend you to watch this video while I go deeper into the topic of using on-chain analysis. It was a pleasure. And don't forget one thing, stay handsome. Ciao.